Hi guys,
Hello guys,
I'm Larry
and I'm Leah.
and we're the homies. Today we decided to react to something not so popular, but I think the movie is very interesting, and I've seen it when it was released, and I remember that I didn't have any expectations, but that I was very surprised that it was interesting, and I want to see more the details because I forgot most of it, of course. And she has no idea about it.
Yep.
You don't even know what it's all about, which is cool. So for full reactions, checks on Patreon. If you become member on YouTube, you can get early access for the short reactions, which we release. For her Instagram and OnlyFans.
Thank you.
And are you ready?
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's do it.
In the late 70s, banking wasn't a job you went into to make large sums of money. It was a fucking snooze. Filled with losers, like selling insurance or accounting. And if banking was boring, then the bond department at the bank was straight up comatose. We all know about bonds. You give to your snot-nosed kid when he turns 15. Maybe when he's 30, he makes $100.
All right, gentlemen, let's get some money in here. Let's make some money. What do you say?
Lewis didn't know it yet, but he'd already changed banking forever with one simple idea.
The mortgage-backed security, or private label MBS. I'll buy 20 million. Oh, come on.
Hey.
25.
The money came
And 20 million in the
Seriously?
in the 70s is like, I don't know,
to the strip club.
like 5-10 times now.
Pretty soon, stocks and savings were almost inconsequential. And then one day, almost 30 years later in 2008, it all came crashing down. In the end, Louis Ranieri's mortgage-backed security mutated into a monstrosity that collapsed the whole world economy. And none of the experts or leaders or talking heads had a clue it was coming.
I lost the eye in a childhood illness. Separates me from people. I guess I'll go find a desk. Is there anything you want me to work on for start?
So if you don't know what he's looking for, the bonds behind them are the loans to the people, and he's checking each individual loan if it's paid off or no. And that's probably, I don't know, hundreds of.
Each one.
Yeah.
That. This is the reason he's so.
Yeah, that's why in the beginning they said all they had to do is look. But I guess
how are you,
not
guy?
just one look is like,
Really interesting. Great, Michael.
Mortgage-backed securities, subprime loans, tranches. It's pretty confusing, right? Does it make you feel bored or stupid? Well, it's supposed to. Wall Street loves to use confusing terms to make you think only they can do what they do. So here's Margot Robbie in a bubble bath to explain.
Basically, Louis Ranieri's mortgage bonds were amazingly profitable for the big banks. They made billions and billions on their 2% fee they got for selling each of these
Yeah.
bonds. But then they started running out of mortgages to put in them.
props.
After all, there are only so many homes and so many people with good enough jobs to buy them, right? So the banks started filling these bonds with riskier and riskier mortgages. Thank you, Banjo.
There are no insurance contracts or options for mortgage bonds. The bonds are too stable.
Lawrence, this is what I'm gonna do. I am gonna get a bank.
When he was a kid, he excelled at studying the Talmud in yeshiva. Whatever. But one day his rabbi told his mom why.
Paul is a fine boy, and Mark is an excellent student of the Torah and the Talmud.
Then what's the problem, Rabbi?
It's the reason Mark is studying so hard. He's looking for inconsistencies in the Word of God.
Later, Bob started his own fund on Wall Street. He had an amazing nose for bullshit, and he wasn't afraid to let anyone know when and where the bull had gone number 2. But then a tragedy happened to Mark, and it turned his whole worldview dark and ready to believe the whole system was a lie.
Ah!
Cynthia, I'll be in the office in 20 minutes.
Where'd you go, Paul?
What? Oh. Ah. And this happens because of the problems.
And that's why he tries to fix them, I guess.
Will you at least think about the idea of making a change?
Those bonds only fail if millions of Americans don't pay their mortgages. That's never happened in history. If you'll excuse me, Dr. Berry, it seems like a foolish investment.
Based on prevailing sentiment of the market, banks, and popular culture, yes, it's a foolish investment, but everyone's wrong.
You want to bet against the housing market, and you're worried we won't pay you.
Yes, that's right.
Look at his face. He's like,
Dr. Berry, we could work out a pay-as-we-go structure that would pay out if the bonds fail, but it would also apply to your payments if the value of the mortgage bond goes up. You'd have to pay us monthly premiums.
I have prospectuses on 6 mortgage-backed securities.
He came prepared.
Dr. Berry, these should be fine.
Yeah, we're prepared to sell you $5 million in credit default swaps on these mortgage bonds.
Can we make it $100 million?
Absolutely, we can make it 100 million.
Calm down.
sure. My name, my man.
He came prepared with like,
What the?
and he collects the.
Maybe I missed something and I'm so confused right now.
Oh, don't worry. I have watched it like 2 times back then, and it's still like half new. And that's our guy who started the movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure, it's a shit deal.
No, it's for real.
I told you we'd meet later.
Ah, yeah.
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 I never hung out with these idiots after work. I had fashion friends.
Our company is not comfortable with this investment. Am I being clear?
Lawrence, I have full autonomy when it comes to investment strategy. You can read our agreement.
Do not throw our inception agreement in my face, Michael. We had an underlying understanding you wouldn't act like a goddamn crazy man.
This is not crazy, though. It's all very
And
logical.
So now
people
we pay
now
premiums on these swaps
get what
against
he
the
did,
housing market
his
until the
clients.
mortgages fail?
Who? The
Millions until something
Lawrence?
never
No.
happened before.
Yeah, the investors in his company. I had master of my
Of
own
my
fate.
fate.
So swaps, from what I know, is in order to make a bet, you go to the person who has them. So in this case, I guess the bank, and you rent them, and then you sell them. So when the price goes up, you can. When the price goes down, you have to return them back. But the problem is the price goes up, you're screwed because it can go like 10 times up, 100 times up, potentially infinity. So it's super risky to do that, and super rewarding if you do it. My point is, if you do that, you can lose more than you bet.
For a scan.
That's the
Turns out I have a very
big
large
problem.
thing called an epididymis, which is a thing that goes around the ball and is like a sac underneath. I have an extremely pronounced. Benny lost his father to a violent crime when he was young. Just like Mark, he didn't talk about it.
I don't talk about that. So she can actually make it. I mean, she can start wearing a seat. Hey, you want me to
Porter Collins,
the real estate
former Olympic rower who went to Brown.
Ah,
Worked with Baum at a previous firm and couldn't figure out why no one listened to Baum, the guy with all the good ideas.
Sorry, I think you have the wrong front point, because there is another front point in this same building that is bonds.
And Danny Moses,
It's very confusing.
the optimist of the bunch, and a hell of a trader, which is the only reason they put up with his bullshit optimism.
Weird call. You take longer with a wrong number. It tracks up.
Can you imagine they got this because of a wrong phone
we
call?
really got.
Wow, it's down. It's down 3 points.
That's right, these luckies wind one of the best trades in Wall Street history from a wrong. They should have paid 10% to my fuckstick assistant.
Name was
Venet. Jared Venet from Deutsche. It sounded very sketchy. Sounds like
This is your basic mortgage bond. All right? The originals were simple. They were just thousands of AAA mortgages bundled together, guaranteed by the U.S. government. The modern ones are different. They're private, and they're made up of layers of tranches. Now, obviously, if you're buying these, you can make more money, but they're a little risky. Sometimes they fail. Chris? Somewhere along the line, these B's and double B's went from a little risky to dog shit. Where's the trash? I'm talking rock bottom FICO scores. No income verification. Adjustable rates, dog shit. The default rates are already up from 1 to 4%, fellas.
You're saying that at 8% the bonds fail and we are already at 4%?
That's right.
If they go to 8, it's Armageddon.
Yeah, that's right.
How come nobody's talking about this?
With something called a credit default swap. It's like insurance on the bond, and if it goes bust, you can make 10 to 1, even 20 to 1 return, and it's already slowly going bust.
10 to 1, 20 to 1. No way.
And no one's paying attention. No one is paying attention because the banks are too busy getting paid obscene fees to sell these bonds.
But wait, you are the bank.
We just repackage it with a bunch of other shit that didn't sell and put it into a CDO.
A CDO.
What is CDO?
A CDO.
What is that?
Collateralized debt
B's
obligation.
and triple B's that haven't sold, and we put them in a pile. When the pile gets large enough, the whole thing is suddenly considered diversified. And the whores at the rating agency give it a 92, 93% AAA rating. No questions asked.
Say that again.
A collateralized debt obligation. It's important to understand because it's what allowed a housing crisis to become a nationwide economic disaster.
Being the crafty and morally onerous chef that I am, whatever crappy levels of the bond I don't sell, I throw into a seafood stew. See, it's not old fish. It's a whole new thing.
Aye.
They're eating 3-day-old halibut. That is a CDO.
I just need to know how these could possibly be collated.
So somehow you're like Dora the Explorer.
Hold on. So mortgage bonds are dog shit.
They're saying they're all asleep at the wheel? Yeah. My whole department's long on this stuff. They call me Chicken Little. They call me Bubble Boy. A's, 0. B's, 0. Double B's, 0. Triple B's, 0. That's America's housing market. Thank you.
Fucking A, Jerry. What if he's right?
You want him to be right.
Yes, I do. The banks have given us 25% interest rates on credit cards. They have screwed us on student loans that we can never get out from under. Then this guy walks into my office and says, those same banks got greedy, they lost track of the market, and I can profit off of their stupidity. Fuck, yeah, I want him to be right.
How come you don't hate this guy?
These two are.
These two.
Yeah. It's like you see it from three different perspectives. And I like them all.
JP Morgan Chase.
I got a good feeling about this.
Just a meeting, though. You know, it's just a meeting. It's like
I'm Charlie Geller.
Jamie Shipley. Hi. Yeah, we're so excited to get set up on your trading platform.
Cool. Here, have a seat a second. Well, can you tell us how much you manage? Of course, we're doing 30 million right now, but we started 4 years ago with 110,000. Wow. So as you can see, that's pretty phenomenal returns.
We want to get an ISDA agreement with JP Morgan so we can deal in long-term options.
Keep up those returns and give us a call way down the line. You know? Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Chris.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you, Chris.
Oh!
Give us a call like this.
In the afternoon.
Always starts like this.
Yeah.
so when they were wrong small, but when they were right big.
Ah, this is Ben. Ah, this is Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Ay.
But Ben was dark. He didn't just think the whole system would fail. He thought the whole world was going down.
Oh, good. You know, every one of these vegetables is fresh from my garden. You guys should start your own garden. What you gotta do is get your soil off petrochemicals.
Used wood ash and urine, helps the soil, creates ammonium nitrate. Seeds are going to be the new currency. You're not
All they took was the TV. It's weird. Didn't even clean out the calorie.
No, they are not paying.
Oh God.
Sorry.
It's like Chernobyl.
Uh-huh.
100 houses, there can't be 4 people living in.
What?
I guess this is Florida.
This couple bought it for $650 last year. He'd let it go for that.
Oh.
Will break his heart, but he'll let it go.
Why is he selling?
Neither one's working right now.
Orlean, you'd say they're motivated, right?
As motivated as one can be in this neighborhood. This house on the left, I'd say they're probably motivated.
Wow, a lot of people seem very motivated.
Oh, it's just the gully. That's all. Just nerves. So where do we stand?
I need to talk to my wife.
This market won't last.
Actually, could I talk to a mortgage broker? Anybody you recommend? How many loans do you write each month?
About 6.
What was it 4 years ago?
10,
Mm.
maybe 15.
Yeah, I was a bartender. Now I own a boat.
You own a boat. So how many of these are
Bravo.
adjustable rate mortgages?
Well, most. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd say about 90%.
Do people have any idea what they are buying?
I focus on the immigrants, you know? They find out they're getting home, they sign where you tell them to sign. Don't ask questions, don't understand the rates. Fucking idiots. Yeah.
Can you target immigrants?
Oh my God.
Their credit actually isn't bad enough for him.
Look, I'm a yield guy.
I think I read Warren Buffett say something like that.
Ah.
Right.
Who's Warren Buffett?
They don't know what it was.
Like exotic dancers.
Yeah. Nude, you know.
Can you introduce us?
Yes!
Oh my God.
Private contract.
What? I can't hear you.
Garibaldi 4 Triple B.
Sharpen your pencils, I'll get the paperwork ready.
Oh.
He has so many numbers, and I always forget. You know, Bennett mentions the CDOs, but actually, we took a look, and they're way worse than even he realized.
These things don't make any sense, Ben.
We can't even model them.
Times bigger than the MBS.
Yeah, and 90% AAA rated.
Yes.
Over 90%.
Exactly.
Incredible. Yeah, I took a good hard look at the CDOs you want to short. They're brilliant.
Worthless. Total crap.
Shaming. Very good.
What can I say? You know, I'm good at finding shit.
So then we shorted the double Bs and the triple Bs, and the risk is relatively low. Payoff is like 25 to 1.
Yeah.
We need you to help us get the ISDA. If we get a hunting license, we can short this crap. And we know you hate Wall Street. We're not asking you to do trading. We are simply asking you to help us get a seat at the fucking table.
Okay.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Oh, and Bear. What about Bear? They have some reprehensible products.
iPhone. Ah, yeah, true. iPhone was released. I was last year in the universe.
The first one?
Yeah, iPhone 1.
Hmm.
Hi,
Yeah.
it's Mark. I need to talk to Vinny right now.
We're just asking you to explain to us.
I'm in here 10 minutes
You know why? Just how it is that you were fucking us, because what we were seeing here.
Morgan Stanley building fast.
Are we hooked up to the same computer screens?
How does that make sense?
They want another 1.9 million by market close.
What about the ratings agencies? Moody's, S&P, are they downgrading the CDOs or mortgage bond?
We're the rating agencies.
They go public and all they care about is their bottom line and their shit.
Hey, Mark, that's not all. The Morgan Stanley risk guys are here. They called in Kathy Tao, trying to convince her to make a seller swap.
How can Standard & Poor's help you?
Well, we don't understand why the ratings agencies haven't downgraded subprime bonds since the underlying loans are clearly deteriorating.
Well, the delinquency rates do have people worried, but they're actually within our models.
So,
Says you.
Brent,
have you ever refused
We
to
stand
rate?
behind
That's
that.
delusional.
We
Georgia,
stand behind
have
that.
you ever refused to rate any of these bonds upper tranches AAA? Can we see the paperwork on those deals?
Oh, I'm under
Yeah.
no obligation to share that information with you.
Just
whoever you
answer
might
the
be.
question, Georgia. Can you name one time in the past year where you checked the tape and you didn't give the banks the AAA percentage they wanted?
If we don't give them the ratings, they'll go to Moody's, right down the block. If we don't work with them, they will go to our competitors. Not our fault. Simply the way the world works.
Of course.
Is it maybe in your best interest to have the ratings change? Is it, perhaps?
That she has a point here.
How many credit default swaps do you own?
Doesn't make me wrong.
No. It just makes you a hypocrite.
Yeah, because he will profit on the loss of everyone.
Bought into a rig game? Lose everything? I'm gonna have to move back in with my mom. Can't do that.
Alright, well, I got a chronic appointment.
Wait a minute, hold on, Ben. Ben, look. Either the banks are clueless and they don't know how to value these CDOs, or they're such crooks that...
You come in here, you fucking seriously looking to shove in the... No.
What is the point?
The
I
problem
forgot his name.
Right,
To buy more.
So to bet more, even more, is his point. Swaps.
Why?
Because he knows it's they're gonna win. And
Take it.
the problem is when you take them, you own them rent. That's why they're paying rent, and they expected already to win, but they're
Give them more to make more.
they're renting the bonds in a way, and if you rent them, you have to pay them each year, and they expected to win by now the bet. They didn't because it's delayed, and they have to pay now. And the other guy has, everyone has to pay now. And that's why they're pissed because it's...
Now their foot's on fire. They think their steak is done and you're surprised?
That's not stupidity, that's fraud.
And if we're wrong, then we gotta find someone to help us get out of this trade.
I'm not feeling remotely confident that we're right. And if we're wrong...
What's in Vegas?
What the hell's in Las Vegas?
The American Securitization Forum's there next week.
Uh-huh.
Every bond and CDO salesman, subprime lender, and swap trader is going to be there. I'm telling you, your bet is against dumb money. It's about time you find out just how dumb that money really is. Here we go. Here we go. Chris, on my left. Chris, on my left. Gentlemen.
When do we get a chance to FaceTime with some of these lovely folks?
Do you know which key cards you're giving out? Just giving them out.
Thank you.
First of all, how was your travel? How are you?
Well,
Uneventful?
Uneventful.
Okay, I've been here for 6 hours.
In our residential sector, our rollout of those variable rate packages were gobbled up by the consumer.
I have a question.
Oh no.
Would you say that it is a possibility or a probability that subprime losses stop at 5%? Thank you.
I would say it is a very strong probability.
So,
Indeed.
okay.
Back to the residential sector. When we rolled out the new variable rates package. Yes, sir.
Zero. Zero. There is a 0% chance that your subprime losses will stop at 5%.
He's sleeping. Or yeah. No, he's not.
That's like daydreaming at night. Yeah, he's losing like 80 millions a year. That's a lot.
Oops.
Core mortgage shorts on the swaps.
Yeah, he's losing a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Berry? The bonds aren't going down. They won't move. It's possible that we are in a completely fraudulent system.
Or you're wrong.
Sure. It's possible.
We need a deal we can afford. We need a deal that they're not going to refuse. So, what can we do? We can... The AA tranches. What if we bet against the AA tranches? Who's not going to take that bet?
Yeah, because they're higher value.
5% AAA rated, but in reality, they're more like...
The payoff is 200 to 1, but they're all taking the ratings at face value. They're charging pennies on the dollar to bet against the AA's.
Just when I started thinking you guys are clowns. No one on the planet is betting against AA. The banks will think we're either high or having a stroke, and they'll take every dime we have to offer. Kind of brilliant.
Yeah, because the more ace it has, the more...
You will won.
No, it's like stable. Triple ace or double ace, they're very stable. And the banksters fine. You wanna bet against them. Yeah. While the Bs, double Bs, triple Bs, they're more risky. So they'll increase the... If you bet against them, they'll increase the price you have to pay.
You understand perfectly, Bob. For every 1% unemployment goes up, 40,000 people die. Did you know that?
No.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
We were just excited.
He has a point.
Whoa, I just got really scared.
You should be.
First of all, great show today. You were terrific. Thank you. Your big mouth was a revelation.
I appreciate that. Are you at all concerned about the rising default rates?
I assume no risk for this products myself, Mark.
Okay. So let me get this straight. The bank calls you up. They give you the bonds they want to sell. They give you clients. They give you money to run your business. They give you fat fees for doing so. But you represent the investors?
They literally give him everything.
But we're not in the Merrill Lynch building. Okay. $1 billion. What?
1 to 20.
If the mortgage bonds that Michael Burry discovered were the match.
How much bigger is the market for insuring mortgage bonds than actual mortgages?
About 20 times. If the mortgage bond were the match, and the CDOs were the kerosene soap.
Yeah, no.
CDO was the atomic bomb with the drunk president holding his finger over the button. It was at that moment in that dumb restaurant.
What?
What the fuck is a synthetic CDO?
Yeah.
Well, here's Dr. Richard Thaler, father of behavioral economics, and Selena Gomez.
And that's...
Okay, so here's how a synthetic CDO works.
Now, somebody else is going to want to make a bet on the outcome of their bet.
50 million she wins.
That will lead to synthetic CDO number 2.
I bet you 200 million that lady in the glasses wins that bet.
She probably will win. So I want a great payoff.
20 to 1. That's a...
On with more and more synthetic CDOs.
And we can transform an original $10 million investment into billions of dollars.
Oh.
No.
Mm.
I actually feel pretty sick.
Okay, they're leaving, but what then? What? What?
What's next?
Yeah.
You'll see. That was just the meeting, so they can see what are the people behind this regulation and the whole system.
Is working.
Yeah, and they saw that they don't really care. Or they're stupid. Depending on the person.
Both.
To all investors, as you may know, our agreement allows me to take extraordinary measures when markets aren't functioning properly. I currently have reason to believe the mortgage bond market is fraudulent. So, in order to protect investors from this fraudulent market, I've decided to restrict investors' withdrawals until further notice.
He locks them out.
Dr. Michael J. Burry.
So there is no going back. Facebook was that year, by the way. About 2007, 2008.
The manufacturing index also fell in the month of March, warning that economic growth could slow.
Oh, I have the goosebumps. Bye bye, bet.
Source of the slowdown in economic growth that began last spring has been a substantial correction in the housing market. Kathy thinks that it would be a good idea if we sold our shorts.
What else is there?
And she said that Morgan Stanley will buy them.
Holy shit. What did you say?
I told her we're not selling shit.
Yeah, B of A said they had a power outage. Morgan Stanley said their server crashed.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, I would call it improbable. So, where do you have our position marked?
I think it's the same, Mike.
What? Can you explain that to me, please? Because how can the value of an insurance contract not be affected by the demise of the very thing it insures?
They're independent markets. They're not always correlated.
This is like the end of capitalism. This is like the Dark Ages all over again. I don't want to talk to Dad. Okay, I love you too. Save your money.
Yeah,
She says I need to be on Xanax and double my dose of Zola.
that are the pensions funds they're gonna lose.
They tell me the CDOs still haven't moved.
The call of them.
The parents and everyone who is like our pensions, the judges. Because the pensions, that's how it started. They wanted to invest in these bonds. That's how the movie started.
Michael.
Let's go to the press, man. This is a massive story. Who wouldn't publish it? Robert Redford.
Shorting the ones that they buy. You don't understand. No, you don't get it.
I got it, guys. I got it. Right now, every bank in town is unloading these shit bonds onto unsuspecting customers, and they won't devalue them until they get them off their books. This level of bank or ratings agency is going to confirm a story like this just because it comes from two guys in a, garage band hedge fund that thinks it's the apocalypse. I'm not going to burn my reputation on your wild hunch.
Well, he has a point. I mean, if they're wrong, he loses his whole career and job.
This is his job to just to check.
Yeah, but he wants to be safe.
Make a call. Yeah.
Family and stuff.
Of course.
Everybody wants swaps. Swaps are now the most popular product on the street.
That's good for us.
Yes and no. I heard from somebody who heard from somebody. No, Alex. No. Benny Klieger over at Morgan is taking on some heavy losses in the bond department.
Everybody wants our swaps.
Kathy's office is looking for you.
Singing a different tune now, aren't they?
Oh, someone got fired already.
I'm not transferring funds. This is bullshit.
How bad is this? Okay. 2 years ago, Benny Klieger in Morgan's bond department also started shorting subprime housing, $2 billion in triple Bs.
Benny is smarter than I thought.
No, he's not smart at all. The premiums on the swap ate into his desk's profit. To cover his triple B shorts, he sold a lot of A and double A swaps as protection. A lot. He believed that there was no way that they could be affected.
How?
Morgan Stanley doesn't hold the contracts on these swaps.
He kept saying defaults over 8% were impossible.
Oh my
that there would be 1 million homeless.
You will tell the bankruptcy court. Morgan fails, all our accounts go on their balance sheet.
Ooh,
This is crazy.
they have to act fast.
And we pay their fucking gambling debt.
They still have a chance or not?
Yeah.
They have.
We're going to wait, and we are going to wait, and we are going to wait until they feel the pain, until they start to bleed.
Okay, so not only do two mortgage hedge funds backed by Bear Stearns go belly up, but now there's a class action lawsuit against Bear.
Let's go! Push! Push! So what, Bear could really collapse here?
There's a risk we really shouldn't take.
Then we what?
We bought 80% of our swaps at Bear. We'd lose everything.
Hey, sir! 1 second.
That's my opinion.
Oh, we bought these fucking things. We have no clue how to...
Ben, but if you don't pull this off, we lose everything.
All right, let's see what Credit Suisse's appetite is. I'm wanting to unload my credit default swaps.
All right, what you got?
20 AA tranches of ABS CDOs.
ABS? These are pretty bad.
Absolutely, they're complete shit.
What's your notional value?
Face value is $205 million.
All right, we could go to 40.
No, we want at least 100 million.
100 million? What are you, a drug dealer or a banker? If you're a banker, you can fuck right off.
85.
78.
84.
78.
84.
You have to meet in the middle.
Looks like the collapse of the financial sector is imminent.
47 million.
Largest bank in France froze customers' money market accounts today. This thing's hitting Euro. Greece and Iceland are finished. Spain is teetering.
Oh.
Why did you do this with us?
You didn't have to, and, thank you, but, why?
You guys said you wanted to get rich. Now you're rich.
Careful what you wish for.
As the housing markets and banks continued to hemorrhage, only one of the big shorts refused to sell, Mark Baum. So it was beyond perfect when he was asked to speak at a conference opposite Bruce Miller, a famous bullish investor. After he and Mark had their debate, Alan Greenspan, one of the architects of the whole crisis, was scheduled to speak. Everyone in Mark's office showed up, even invited friends. This was the Ali versus Foreman of the financial world, the realists versus the fools.
Now he will explode.
You can see it already.
Yeah.
So, as some of you may know, Bear Stearns has just received a loan from J.P. Morgan. Of course, we're going to have to wait and see how the markets react, but that should lay to rest any concerns about the bank's health.
No, I take it you have no plans to sell your $200 million in Bear stock?
No, as a matter of fact,
Bear means the market is going down, bullish or bullish up.
For the opposing view,
My firm's thesis is pretty simple. Wall Street took a good idea, Louis Ranieri's mortgage bond, and turned it into an atomic bomb of fraud and stupidity that's on its way to decimating the world economy.
How do you really feel?
I'm glad you still have a sense of humor. I wouldn't if I were
Yeah.
you. Now, anyone who knows me knows, but for the first time in my life, it's not so enjoyable. We live in an era of fraud in America. Not just in banking, but in government, education, religion, food, even baseball. What bothers me is
They're
eventually
dropping.
we'll get caught, things go south.
Plummeting, man. It's fucking plummeting.
When the hell did we forget all that?
Only that in the entire history of Wall Street, no investment bank has ever failed unless caught in criminal activities. I stand by my Bear Stearns optimism.
Yeah, in the court, no, but.
From the time you guys started talking, Bear Stearns stock has fallen more than 38%. Would you still buy more?
Yeah, sure. Of course I'd buy more. Why not?
Boom. Oh, people are like really worried now.
Bye bye.
I like the guy in the middle is like, maybe I'll stay for a little bit longer.
As the Wall Street giant stock went to zero, the collapse of the venerable New York bank
follows a tumultuous few months of market volatility and fear in the world economy. Just a year.
I gotta see inside.
How?
They're rich at least.
I left my phone in the office. I threw my pass out already. Do you mind if I take your pass?
I don't give a shit anymore. You can do what you want.
So sad.
Yeah, and they got fired like not even a day. Boom,
Yeah,
bye.
just like that. Yeah.
Morgan stock has lost half its value, down to 23.10. It's in a free fall. Clients wanted to talk to you about pulling their money. I mean, it's now or never, Mark. We gotta sell.
Mike, I can't seem to get a hold of you. Will you please call me at your earliest convenience?
It's Jeff. You're buying stocks? The market's at an all-time low. This is crazy.
I met my wife on Match.com. My profile said I am a medical student.
The housing crisis represents the greatest financial opportunity.
Making money is not like I thought it would be. This business kills the part of life that is essential, the part that has nothing to do with business.
And I know you're eager to get started. So let's...
For the past 2 years, my insides have felt like they're eating themselves. All the people I
Yeah,
respected.
They're living in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
They got kicked out of the house.
They choose it because it seems
The brokers.
and familiar, and I'm not and never have been familiar. So I've come to the sullen realization that I must close down the fund. Sincerely, Michael J. Burry, MD.
Ah.
What? Is that 489?
Yes.
Well, that jumped quite high. I hope that's the profit. Oh, this is Wall Street.
Mm-hmm. There's nobody there.
Yeah, they...
Except this guy, but he's like...
He's like, man. Probably like them. I've
Check it.
always wanted to be there one time.
Yeah. I've been there, but outside.
Also, Bernanke just left the White House. There's going to be a bailout.
Well, they had to. Right?
They knew the taxpayers would bail them out. They weren't being stupid. They just didn't care.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're gonna have to break up the banks. I mean, the party's over.
I don't know.
Just kidding.
Hey.
Banks took the money the American people gave them and they used it to pay themselves huge bonuses and lobby the Congress to kill big reform. And then they blamed immigrants and poor people. And this time even teachers. Suisse.
Only? You really?
Something most of the big banks did on a good day during the crisis.
Well, you have to have one guy for to take the fall.
I mean, the fund will make almost $1 billion. You'll clear 200 mil, Mark.
You know, once we sell,
But we gotta close out our position or it could be zero. I mean, it's now or never, Mark.
He'll do it.
okay,
He gave up.
sell it all.
$5 trillion in pension money real estate value disappeared. This is their savings.
For oh
Yeah, 8 million people knew it. Yeah.
oh my god.
And there we go. So we are expecting the new collapse in 2020, I guess. 22.
What?
So yeah. What do you think?
I don't know what to say. This is so sad and stupid, and like they're playing with us.
In a
A
way.
million of people.
Yeah.
They need to pay for this situation, for this collapse, and they're on the street. They're living on the street.
They even
because of
now, I know, I've read about companies that because of the virus pandemic, they got subsidized with millions, some companies, and they fired like half of their staff anyway. So the corruption is so huge, I don't know, we can't even grasp it.
It's here,
It's
but
really. And the problem is when, from what I got, is when the government backs up the big banks, so they don't really take any responsibility and they don't care. So why should you even do anything about it? You just make yourself rich
and that's it.
and always blame it on the poor people. Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reaction and you learned something as well. See you next
Yep.
one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.